Tell me you're okay. Tell me you made it through. Tell me you're over me.
Good to see you, Blake.
See you.
Good to see you, Aaron. Thank you guys for doing this. Tell me how. I guess we could jump right into it. I remember it coming out that day. We were shooting for a tempo, and we were writing another song. And to that point, I'd only heard stories about how the second song oftentimes is the one that you end up sticking with in a write. And it felt like Tell Me How came out when we started talking about real feelings and emotions. And I remember Blake telling us a story about lost love, and we're like, well, if you could talk to her, what would you say? And he was like, well, I want her to be well, and I wish her the best. I just wish she would tell me how she got over us, because I couldn't. So it's just kind of a really unique way to come up with a title, and we kind of aborted the other song and went to that, and we wrote that song that day, and that was a really special write. So I just was kind of curious if you have any memories from that day when we wrote it. Blake, you could start on that if you want.
Yeah, I remember. I don't even know if we finished that other song, but I thought we were almost done with it, or I can't remember that song now. But I just remember us both getting excited after, the Tell Me How kind of title came fumbling out. And the actual writing of the song is kind of a blur to me, because I just remember it being so fast and easy and effortless, just a perfect, it just happened so quick and smooth. And it was more like the song seemed instantly written to me, and we just mainly spent the time editing it just there.
Yeah, it felt like we had so many lines came out so fast, and I felt like Aaron was taking them all and piecing them together as Blake was just kind of pouring his heart out to us. Do you have any memories from that day, Aaron?
Yeah, I remember being so excited about that new idea that it just entered the room, but then at the same time being really scared of screwing it up. I really, and it was kind of it was almost writing itself, but I really wanted to be careful not to let the wrong thing get written down, and just let it be what it's supposed to be, and not get in the way of it. But it did happen pretty quick. I remember that.
All right, I have a question for Blake. Can you tell us what this song means to you?
This song represents my best self, how my best self would act at all times after going through a hard situation with someone that I, consider as maybe the person I've loved the most. And going through that, it's just this is how I want to act. And I just love that it was able to be hopeful and forgiving and want the best for the world, basically.
That's awesome. Aaron, do you have a favorite part of the song by any chance?
I'll just where the hook lands at the end of the chorus, man. I just think I don't know. I get excited about this song because I don't know. It's the kind of tune that I like, and they're rare. I feel like to kind of, I don't know, feel like you've nailed it in a way, and also for it to be a ballad, but to get so much excitement over a ballad is rare as well. It's just a special tune.
Yeah, I love that about how it just kind of feels like the character in the story, which in a lot of ways was Blake, going back to the birthday lines and everything. But I think there's something about it that we can all relate to, and how the guy is well, first off, I remember thinking what's the first thing that, if one of your dearest loved ones was in trouble and you finally got to talk to him, what's the first thing you would say? And it was well, I just want to know you're okay first, and then we can get to the rest of you know, what's been going on. So I love how the chorus starts with just like, tell me you're okay. And you made it to where you're going, wherever that is. And then as the chorus kind of goes along, you can tell he's like raveling, kind of his heart's unraveling. Like, then it goes, you know, tell me you can sleep at night, and then tell me you don't love me, then tell me how. Like, I just felt like that was such a great dagger end of the song. So that, you know, that chorus, the way it hooks at the end is so awesome. Blake, do you have a favorite part?
Man, it's probably probably like, I'm with Aaron. If it's not the hook landing there, it's that little tag that got added when you guys were recording it. The "tell me you don't love me," you know, line was something that I know that wasn't in the room day one, and I think that's a pretty powerful addition.
That's that Shane magic.
Yes, sir.
He came up with that recording. He goes, "Ooh, what if we said this at the end?" And I was like, "Yes." Absolutely. I'm not sure if he got credit for that or not, but
yeah, well,
we'll give him a shout out for sure.
I look forward to thanking him someday.
Yeah. Another like thing that I found was so cool about this song was, well, about the write that day, was that Aaron and I, we'd already written Lead Me On together, and we kind of knew that was already going to be a staple to the EP, and we were writing, and I felt like I already knew he was going to be a pretty big part of my musical journey. And then that was our first write. And I think that was Blake's first time even being in the Smack building. And that was one of the first times where I just showed up to a room. Okay, who's this Blake guy? I've heard all these good things about this guy. I've even been told, like, I need to go play basketball with you. And I'd heard these awesome things. And then we wrote 2 songs in our first day. And, you know, as much as I love Tell Me How, like, I love that I gained a real friendship out of this, and really one of my best friends in Nashville now. And, like, you know, you're somebody who, you know, a lot of people you write with and you write great songs with, and then you see them again when you write again. But like Blake, you're somebody that I get to hang out with, play basketball with, you know, have dinners, and just became really good friends from writing a song together. So I just feel like there's something really powerful when you can start pouring your heart out into something that you kind of get to know the bones of somebody. And that certainly happened with Tell Me How, because there's no way we could write a song like that without being super vulnerable, and then, you know, just to become friends like that. So that was a really special moment for me.
Man, thanks for sharing that. I feel the same way. I mean, I got kind of a friend out of the deal, and I've also had, you know, I have so much respect for where you work and Smack and all the other co-writers, our friends Ryan and that kind of stuff. But like getting to write more now with Aaron, just because of that day too, I feel like I have a foundation with him as well, just as a writer in the writing room. I just know some things, I think, instinctively, some of Aaron's tendencies more now. And I look back on that day and I can make sense now, being a great friend with you and having written more with Aaron. I've pieced together some understanding of that's why that works so well. Like I enjoyed that combination. So I definitely saw benefits out of the write as well for myself. So, and appreciate both you guys, you know.
So, Aaron, this was the first song that I got my real taste of demo-itis, which is where you create a demo, and it's like there's magic in the room, there's magic in the vocal, and it was a very simple demo. Can you talk about a little bit going from the work tape / demo to in being a producer, that to the final product that we got?
Yeah. It's hard sometimes to sort of replicate or recreate the magic of the music that's being made in the moment, you know, when you're writing it. And the same goes for the performance that you give when you're kind of at the edge of your seat. You're not really sure exactly how the song goes. I mean, because it's so fresh, and there's just this edge to the way that, you know, it ends up being performed. Right? Like there's always so much magic in work tapes and stuff like we're trying to chase. But I don't know. I think the final recording came out pretty good, and I think you guys did a good job of sort of borrowing some of the moments, you know, that made it special from the demo and turned it into a record. It's really cool.
Yeah. Well, guys, this song, you know, was another one of those songs that I feel like shaped me as a songwriter. I think that "Tell Me How" is one of the only songs I've ever written that I've lost sleep over. And I would wake up in the middle of the night, like, because I think we rewrote that first verse like 3 or 4 times. I think Aaron was finally to the point where he was just like, it's just pick one, they're all great. And I couldn't figure out which one I loved, but I love how it turned out. It's really becomes such a special song to me, and something that, you know, as we keep writing together and working together, I'll always hold that day as a really special one. Blake, I got to see you just kind of, you know, pour your heart out into something, which was really cool, because I know you had to go through a lot for a song like that to come to life. And Aaron, I just really appreciate the way you know how to shape a song, and kind of, I really felt like you were just doing such an amazing job of keeping that on track to land on that hook in such a special way. And I was just excited to be the artist in the room that day and to be able to kind of relate. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to say about this song?
I'd just like to say I'm grateful for you guys, and I'm so excited. Teddy, I think you're the perfect voice, and I hope the rest of the world gets to become friends with you too.
Appreciate that. Aaron?
That's great. I think it would sound really good on the radio.
Me too. We'll end this with that. I appreciate you guys so much, and I look forward to many more songs with you guys, and years of just fun and writing songs and moments like we got to have with "Tell Me How." So I appreciate you, and I appreciate "Tell Me How." You're somewhere in Seattle, at least that's what I hear. You always call me on my birthday, and it's about that time of year. Played it over in my mind, how it's gonna go. You don't owe me anything, but I'd sure like to know. Tell me you're okay, tell me you made it through, tell me you're over me. You don't think about me and you, tell me you can sleep at night, tell me you're happy now, tell me you moved on, then tell me how. Well, I tried church and I tried drinking, tried a girl that wasn't you. And I went down to Mexico to be alone. I tried 100 crowded rooms. Nothing I can do, the past is just the past. I know the answer hurts, but I still gotta ask. Tell me you're okay, tell me you made it through, tell me you're over me. You don't think about me and you, tell me you sleep at night, tell me you're happy now, tell me you moved on, then tell me how. How'd you make it seem so easy?
How'd you make your heart forget? I'm trying to let go, but I ain't figured it out yet. Tell me you're okay. Tell me you made it through. Tell me you're over me. You don't think about me and you. Tell me you can sleep at night. Tell me you're happy now. Tell me you moved on. Then tell me how. Tell me you don't love me. Then tell me how. Tell me you can sleep at night. Tell me you're happy now. Tell me you moved on. Then tell me how.